What is going on, Marvel fans? And wow, the trailer for Infinity War was insane. There's so much going on. There are so many characters. This entire MCU, the last decade of movies is all finally coming together for one massive blowout, and it's freaking awesome. Cannot wait. But there's so much going on, I thought I'd take a look at a few things here. Just gonna dive right into this. Now, one of the biggest, obviously, reveals is Thanos being the main villain. Kind of knew that was coming because he's been in previous movies, but Thanos being the main villain is really cool, and we see here on his knuckles here, we see that he has, in fact, the Space Stone and the Power Stone, and we see later in the trailer that Vision is actually having his stone removed from his head, so it stands to reason that he's going to have at least 3 of those stones, and that leaves a couple more, like the Soul Stone, to fight over, and that's probably what they're going to be fighting over in Wakanda, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, but man, that's really cool. He looks like an amazing character. Thanos looks great. Cannot wait to see what his motivations are. And of course, he's going to be a total just badass villain the whole way through. Of course, then we have other characters. So many to go through. We see Doctor Strange obviously coming in. Now, he seems like his powers might be a little bit overpowered for this kind of the fight. Maybe they'll nerf them just a little bit. Hopefully not. Hopefully his powers don't get nerfed too much, even though they seem like, bending time and space might be a little bit OP. We also get to see Spider-Man, obviously. God, the last Spider-Man movie was really good. I really enjoyed the new Spider-Man. We get to see him having Spidey senses for the first time in this universe, or this MCU, so that's pretty badass. I really enjoy his character in the new Spider-Man. We get to see him have a new suit. It looks more armored. Looks like, obviously, Iron Man made him a new suit in the last movie, so maybe that's something we get to see more of here. An even more upgraded suit than the last one we saw him in, so that's pretty badass. We could see a human form of Vision. Was pretty confused by that, what's going on. And then we see him later getting the stone ripped out of his forehead by what appears to be the children of Thanos. That's pretty odd as well. We'll have to see where that goes, but I'm interested. We also get to see Captain America. We don't see his shield. We just hear them say, "Get this man a shield." We never actually see him with a shield, but people are speculating out that he gets a new form of shield. He gets some Wakandan technology, and has like the shield come out of his arm here. He has like this thing on his arm, and then maybe it comes out of there, like it expands out of there. Or people are even speculating that it might be some form of new energy shield that he uses. Not entirely sure what's going on with that. Can't wait to see what's going on there. Of course, we get to see, like, all the characters. We get Black Widow. We get to see Loki, who's apparently appears to be giving away the Space Stone. So that could be a part going on here. Did he give up and just give it to Thanos? Is he joining Thanos? Not entirely sure. We see Thor, Black Panther, Star-Lord, Ant-Man, the Collector, and of course, one of the bigger reveals is we get to see the Guardians of the Galaxy. At the very end of the trailer, we get to see the Guardians of the Galaxy characters. Rocket and Groot and all the rest of the crew is there. So that's awesome. It's finally coming full circle. Like I said, all these movies are coming together. All these characters are coming in at once, just coming from all of these characters. I don't even know how many there are. There's probably 50 superheroes in this movie. Absolutely insane. Now, one of the things that I did notice, and this is probably what I'm going to talk about for the rest of the video because there really wasn't that much else given away, but a theory that I kind of have here has been floating around, and I kind of put it together in my head, and it kind of made sense to me, and I want to see if it makes sense to you guys. Now, what I'm talking about here is we see Iron Man, and we see Banner, and we see Hulk, obviously. But the thing I want to touch on here is we again get to see the Hulk Buster suit. It's nothing new. We've seen it in previous movies. It's pretty badass. But I think, and stick with me here, I think that inside of that armor is actually the real Hulk. I think that Banner is inside of the Hulk Buster armor, not Iron Man himself. I think that because Iron Man's having some kind of problems, or maybe he's using a different suit and he gives this suit to Banner to use, that he might actually be inside of it. And here's my evidence for this. Now, if you take a slow-mo of the way that the Hulk Buster armor lands, it lands in that same type of like gorilla-looking fashion that the actual Hulk does. Now, as far as I can tell, that's not how it performed in previous movies. In previous movies, it was, when it was being piloted by Iron Man, it just seemed to not do that, or maybe it did, but not quite as accentuated. This to me seems entirely different, and we also see Banner standing in front of what appears to be broken up Hulkbuster armor previous to this. So it could be that Banner somehow gets this armor, or is given this armor, and because he can't turn into the Hulk, or maybe he doesn't want to turn into the Hulk, so they give him this armor, and then last second he decides that he needs to turn into the Hulk, or just it gets triggered to turn into the Hulk, and the Hulk busts out of the Hulkbuster armor, which is kind of ironic, and then takes on the bad guys. That's just a thought, kind of a theory here. I'm not much to go on, but it would be super cool to have a Hulk bust out of Hulkbuster armor. Like, that's just so cool to me. Or maybe he doesn't even bust out. Maybe he just fights in it and then like enhances him. I'm not entirely sure how they would handle that. But either way, it's something that I think would be cool. I think it'd be very interesting to see how that would work, and just badass. So I don't know. Like I said, tons of characters, tons of stuff to go on here. I'm probably gonna make a standalone video on the Iron Man and Hulk theory I have going on here when I put some more details together, get some more stuff going on, some more possibilities. But yeah, this is shaping up to be an incredibly awesome movie. Cannot wait to see what Marvel's got in store for us here. Obviously, there is a part 2 to this coming out after this, so they're going to probably end it on some kind of cliffhanger, so be prepared for that. But like I said, having all these characters in one place is absolutely amazing. I know I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought about the theory, what characters you guys are excited to see, your thoughts on the trailer, all that kind of fun stuff. Make sure you guys are also smashing that like button and subscribing to stay up to date with all things Marvel, comics, and superheroes, and cartoons, and video games, all kind of fun stuff. Make sure you're smashing that subscribe button as well. But until next time, guys, remember that's always KMEC time somewhere. Until then, take it easy, and peace out.